welcome to another episode of the Can We Talk R&B podcast. And I have a very, very special guest with us today. This young lady is, just an incredible singer-songwriter, artist across the board. She's a new artist. So I'm going to let her introduce this time all of her amazing accolades and things that she's done. And we're just going to have an incredible conversation. But I'm very elated, very excited to have her join us today. We have the artist.
Yes, what's
What's
going
up?
on, you guys? I appreciate you, Ian, for having me. Thank you, guys, to the team. I thank you, guys. I appreciate the opportunity. But like you said, I am a singer and songwriter. My name is The Artist, but I go by Artist. I'm from Jersey, Jersey born and raised. I'm a Libra. I always got to put that out there. And I'm just happy to be here. Happy to have a good conversation.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Let's get into it. So, you're from Jersey. What part of Jersey?
I'm from Newark.
Newark, Jersey. Newark, New Jersey. Newark, or just New Jersey in general. We've had a number of artists. It's such a rich culture of R&B legends. That comes out of New Jersey. I think about, shout out to my man Ryan Toby from South Jersey. It's close. It's close to Philadelphia. It's obviously close to New York, and that area, just a lot of legendary historic artists have come out of that market. Can you talk about how your upbringing in that area has influenced you as an artist?
I feel like as an artist, my city influenced me like in other ways. I feel like musically, like that just came from my love for music, but like my grind, my hustle, my spirit, my family oriented vibe, that definitely comes from where I'm from, and I like to incorporate that like in my everyday styles. But I gotta give what I'm saying, all the flowers in the world. Although she's not necessarily from Newark, New Jersey, she's from up the street, East Orange, Lauryn Hill, and I gotta give all the flowers
Come
to
on.
Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? May her soul forever live on. They definitely paved the way for artists like myself to have the opportunity to do what I do at the capacity that I do it at. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the legends, all the legends that's from
Absolutely.
where I'm from.
Absolutely. And I'm me just off the cuff talking about people from Jersey. These are people I personally know. But Whitney Houston, Lauryn Hill, come on. These are two
It's
of
like
my all-time
it's
favorites.
crazy.
Obviously,
It's
it's
crazy.
just it don't get no bigger than that, right? These are, timeless artists. So that's amazing. That's amazing to even come from an environment where artists like that were spawned, and you were,
Exactly,
even if a
man.
little bit of that drip fell
I'm
on you,
honored. I'm
yeah,
honored.
absolutely. So let me ask you this: so what made you fall in love with R&B?
I think that my love, like my love for love, like I love love, and I feel like R&B is where love is expressed the most. No matter what kind of R&B, you talking regular R&B, alternative R&B, you know. So yeah, my love for R&B, and then it's just like the soul tree vibes of it. Like I'm real soulful. I've
Yeah,
always been that way. And just like if you go down the list of R&B legends, man, it's like how could you not fall in love with R&B? You know. So yeah, that's where it
yeah.
came
What?
from.
So I mean, just I guess to get that part out of the way, can you name some of your specific influences in your music? I know
I
that's a
would,
cliche question, but
yeah. A lot of people tell me that they get like Lauryn Hill vibes. But like from my upbringing, I listen to a lot of like Anthony Hamilton, Justin Timberlake, Jasmine Sullivan.
come on,
And right now, this day and age, I'm listening to like Summer Walker, SZA,
yeah,
Brent Faiyaz. You know, um, and yeah, I feel like the list can go on and on. We'll be here all day.
yeah.
Be
When
here
I
all day.
listen to your music, you have that. It's definitely that modern R&B style, and I think of artists like you mentioned, Brent Faiyaz, and Summer Walker. The cadence and the way
Yeah, that vibe,
you
that
express
vibe.
your lyrics, that vibe. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so being in this I'm calling you a new era artist, obviously,
Right, right.
and so of this new era, R&B music is not quite the way it used to be. And I'm not just talking about sonically. I'm saying, even the fans, they don't necessarily the experience isn't quite the same. It's a new
Yeah, it's different.
experience.
It's different.
Yeah. Can you talk about how you navigate that in terms of your performances, in terms of how you record, or, in terms of how you want the audience to feel or experience I'm sorry, what they should experience rather,
Yeah.
from your music.
I feel like the best way I've been going about it is just by like maintaining my own identity.
Yeah.
and remaining myself, because I feel like as pure as I am, and as long as I continue to put my best foot forward and I do things that are literally me, I feel like I can do like no wrong when it comes to that. Because I feel like once like I start to like try to be like someone else or sound like someone else or do something like someone else would do, it'll become unauthentic. And I feel like in R&B, authenticity is really what sells for real. You know, like
Yeah.
we gravitate more towards what's real rather than what's made up. You know,
Yeah.
in the R&B space. So I feel like me just doing that has definitely been helpful. It's a challenge though, you know, trying to like figure out, because you know we got the younger kids and we got the social, we got the TikTok and all of that that's incorporated now. So it's definitely a challenge trying to like go by the, I guess the new rules and
Yeah.
but still like have my own. So I'm still like balancing that out and just figuring it out, you know, one day at a time, one session, one song at a time.
Absolutely. I feel like you're carving your own lane out as well, and that's what's making you unique. Shout out to my
Thank you.
boy Fanatic. He's a producer. Fanatic produced for Beyonce, Michael Jackson,
Shout out
um,
Fanatic.
and he sent me your page. He's the first person who sent me your page.
That's
It's
love. That's
before my
love.
team, and he was like, "Yo, check this out," and I'm like, "Yo, this is pretty hard. This had to be 3 or 4 months ago." And then ironically, my boy Brandon, shout out to Brandon on the
Shout out
team.
Brandon.
He was like, "Yo, the artist, like, he's been trying to get us to schedule, get you on the schedule." And what I like to handpick everyone that we have on the show because I want to
That's
listen to
dope.
the music. I want to make sure it's something that I like, or I feel that the audience likes. Or not saying the the metric, but I am the R&B ambassador. And with that
Right.
said, I feel like there's a frequency that we're trying to put out as R&B
Of
artists and even
course.
as a platform. So I want to make sure the artists that we highlight are artists that I think represent that, and I think you do that very well
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. I feel honored.
for sure. So can you talk about how you got started as an artist, like professionally? So you're a singer, you have this. Everybody, there's so many people that has a musical talent that can sing or whatever. That doesn't necessarily mean they're trying to be a real recording artist. Like, take
Right.
me on that page.
So that was like my take on it. I never like aspired to be an artist. I just always loved music. I would always sing. I had videos on YouTube when I'm singing in like 2010, 2011. But all the time I don't know that I'm going to be an artist. I'm just in love with music. And
Mm.
when I was in college, I was doing like a lot of freestyles in my dorm and my friends were like, "Yo, you should go to the studio and try it out." And I went to the studio for the first time in 2018. And then in
Wow.
2020, I dropped like my first song. And in 2021, I met my manager. We kind of just been going full fledged since then. So like four or
So
5 years, I've been doing my thing.
yeah, so take me on that. Like, you're singing, you love music, okay, but now you got to perform. Now you got to actually take me on that part. You actually got to get in front of people and perform the songs. For one, now you got to write the songs. You have to actually start the process. Like, take me on that.
So I just kind of went and did it. I never like, I mean, you know what's crazy? Growing up, I will always like imagine that I'm performing in front of like 20,000 people in the mirror and like put
Yeah,
on a show. But
come
again,
on.
still never knew that I would be an artist. Like my first love was basketball. I thought I'd be playing basketball right now, but God had other plans. So I dove into the performance world by just like going to different open mics, seeing who has what slot open. I'm paying to perform. I'm reaching out to every person on the flyers I see. Yo, can I please get a slot? Please get a slot. Sometimes they say no. Sometimes they say yeah.
Yeah,
And just as I just started to keep going, I think people started to realize like, okay, maybe you know what I'm saying we should give her a chance and opportunity. So then I did my first like really big show in New York City at SOB's August of
mm,
2023.
come on.
And I was nervous, but and that was my first time ever performing with a band.
Nice.
But it felt right. You know, like it felt right. And since then I done man, I can't even tell you how many times I performed. Um and then when it comes to songwriting, I didn't necessarily like have any special techniques or anything. I just said what felt right. I actually like I'm just now starting to like write my words out. I'm like everything just like comes off the dome and how I feel.
Come on.
Like I never I feel like I couldn't like stop and write a word down because I would forget it. Like I don't know. I move fast sometimes. So now, but with this day and age, I'm learning like more songwriting techniques, and I'm in vocal. I have vocal lessons with like Gordon Chambers, and
Come on.
I'm with Troy Taylor trying to figure out like how to be better. You know, when it comes to the technicality of the music.
Yeah, shout out to
So yeah,
Troy. That's my guy.
yeah, big Troy.
So you're in good hands. You're in good hands.
God is good.
Um, so take me on that. Yeah, I guess your breakout moment was your record, "Sober." Um, Tell me what the experience is as a new artist. You're getting, you're getting your legs under you, and then having that experience of having a song that actually starts to take off.
That was crazy. I didn't expect it. I didn't aim for that. I didn't even know that when I left the studio that that would be the song that like opens up all these doors. But as like the calls and everything started to come in, it was insane. It was so insane, man. And to this day, I still can't believe like a lot of the things that I did and a lot of the things that I came across all because of that one song. And I'm still like learning to accept, you know what I'm saying, the world I now live in.
Yeah,
But it was fun though. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. I'm on this flight, I'm on that flight, got this meet and that call. It's like, oh, this is what it's like. But like, but now like being in it for real, it's definitely a lot that comes with it, and you got to keep your mental right. You got to keep your vibe right in order to really like be successful in this, because it's easy to get caught up. It's easy to get
yeah,
caught
yeah.
up, but I've been grateful to like be prayed up and have a strong support system that keeps me on the right path. So it's been fun, man. It's been fun.
So when tell me about the process, or tell me like when with art archives, is it archives? When it dropped, come on, we got to be. I'm reading it here, but I'm like, when I was reading, I'm like, it's not art chives, it's archives. Dropped. Tell me about that. That's been a defining statement in your process.
Archives was definitely a big moment for me because I had never worked on a project before. That was my first ever like real project. Where I sat down and I worked on the titling and the song structures and the songs and the rollout of it all. That was my first real rollout
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Um, but that project definitely, I feel like it was a great starting point for me because I was able to like open up and be a bit more vulnerable within the music, and it also like led me to create a lot of good relationships that I have now, and
yeah,
also create the fan base that I have now. I feel like without archives, like I feel like I needed that. I needed archives, and but the process was great. I did like a release party. I did a paint and sip. I did a show. Um, and I just did all that I could to incorporate everybody in it, like my supporters, my family, my team. So yeah, that was a great time. That was a great time.
how's your sound evolved since then?
Oh, I feel like it's evolved a lot, especially like production wise and just sonically. Period. I feel like I was like stuck in like my own little world of acoustics, and that's what felt right and easy. But now, like with Ghost, I have a record called Ghost. It's like a lot more
Love that
elements,
joint.
a lot more drums in there, and it's like I feel like that should be the goal every time for myself. I should always challenge myself to be bigger,
Yeah,
because when I go to concerts, these big concerts with like bigger artists, it's like when you hear this music live, it's like I want to bring that to the table. I want to bring a musical experience to the table. So my sound has definitely grown, and it's still growing. I'm still learning myself. I'm growing every day. So yeah, expect more though. Expect a lot more instruments and different sonics to help make the music bigger for sure.
yeah. So far, and you mentioned Ghost. So Ghost, that's my jam right there. Like I really enjoy that. I love that little. I'm a guitar player, so like that little guitar chink. Anytime you able to ride in the middle of that with that groove, that always at least pique my attention. And I really like the way you ride the beat in terms of your
And
writing and your
guitar is
vocal
my favorite
approach.
instrument.
Come on. Do you play, or do you play any instruments?
No, but I have an acoustic guitar. I be trying to teach myself, but I haven't gotten
Yeah.
nowhere
Yeah, put that time in. I think that's gonna help open up,
for
you
real.
know, just open your universe up even more. I love that. I love it. So let's talk about some of the collaborations that you've had, and cosigns. You've worked with artists like K Camp, IDK, Honey Baby. Um, you've worked with, I'm sorry, I guess you got cosigns from Maxwell and from Queen Latifah. Can you talk
Yeah, that was
about?
crazy.
Come on, let's talk about that.
um, Both of those moments came from Ghost actually too.
Come on.
Maxwell has showed some love. Queen Latifah has showed some love. So many people. Man, the list is crazy, but it felt like this confirmation that like I'm doing things in a good way, in a
Yeah,
way that's effective. The goal
yeah,
is to be effective in all that I do, and to have impact. And it's like if I'm not remembered for anything, I want to at least be remembered for the art that I put into the world.
yeah.
So it's been dope for like legends, like people that I literally grew up listening to, and to like know that that's out there, you know. So that's
No,
fire. It's really
absolutely. I
fire.
mean, Maxwell is obviously one of our greatest. I mean, he's one of my favorites. Queen
He's insane.
Latifah, just she's an icon. You know what I'm
And she's
saying?
from
Like,
Jersey too, you
and
know,
she's from
Jersey,
Jersey.
Jersey.
Absolutely, that's big.
I
And I
saw
mean,
Maxwell.
go ahead.
I saw Maxwell live for the first time like a couple months before our drop goes too. So it was even that was even better. Like I love him even more after seeing him live. He's
Yeah,
insane.
that's serendipitous. Yeah, I'm
Yo.
at it. So was that the tour? I saw him last year actually when he and Jasmine Sullivan on tour together.
Yep.
And yeah, they came down to New Orleans, and I got a chance to catch that show.
It was so
Uh,
fire.
man, Maxwell's man, that's my guy. Even when I'm performing, I cover Essentia a lot, like Ascension. That's one of my joints I cover a lot. Like
It's
um,
fire.
Maxwell's that guy.
Yes,
Um,
he is.
so how in terms of and maybe I brushed over this, but how did Queen Latifah? How that song get to her?
Social media, man. Social
Wow.
media, man. Like even with Maxwell, social media, everything is like social media has definitely been like the main point in like a lot of bigger artists and just bigger like influencers and entertainers finding the music and like just showing love, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
She followed me too. I said,
Nice.
"Woo, yeah, got her. We got her, boys."
Yeah. Is that like a is now that these Snoop Dogg, Maxwell, Queen Latifah, these artists are now you're on their radar. That's what makes social media so cool because you
Yeah,
one of the things when you're an artist, you're able to put your stuff out and everyone has an opportunity to find it a lot easier than how it used to be. You know,
yeah.
how are you now consciously thinking like, okay, I need to make sure I'm making songs that may appeal to them, or you just gonna continue just doing you?
No, no, no. We continue to do us. You know, I feel like because like I was saying earlier, like as long as I remain myself, that you know what I'm saying, this mean that I'm pulling people in like that just by being myself. And it's like I can only imagine how far I could go just by remaining myself. And when the time comes for me to meet these people in person, if I ever do, or to have an opportunity to work alongside them and learn from them, it's like they'll be getting me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They won't be getting anybody else. So it's like the goal is to always stay the same, man. Well, not like I mean I'm a girl, but like stay myself.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
gotta stay
So,
myself.
how do you keep pushing your creative boundaries? I mean, with so many blending elements in your music, like how do you do that? What's the tempo? What's moving that or motivating that?
I feel like my ability to collab with other people definitely it takes it there because you know I only know but so much and I'm always learning and I
Yeah,
feel like more brains are better than one. So collabing with other writers and then producers and just people who have made some sort of um made some sort of moves in the music industry has definitely been helpful with that like seriously. It's like I'm
yeah,
learning so much like all the time and it's like I'm just grateful for it.
yeah. So, your latest project, "Who I Am," talk about the
Yeah.
process of creating that, and tell the audience what is it. What's the experience that they should get from this?
So the process of that was one day I'm chilling in the house. I'm like, yeah, I want to do a project. And I reached out to a guy named Spiff out in Atlanta. He has like a producer group called Starting Five. And I'm like, yo, listen, like I really want your help on this. You know, I'm willing to come to Atlanta. So I went to Atlanta. I went for a week. We had like a studio lockout, like from morning to night, every single day, 6 days straight, or was it seven? But that's how Ghost came about. Ghost was the first song we did.
Come
So
on,
that set the tone. You know, that set the tone for the whole week. And
no question.
we did a lot more music through that. And like throughout that process, I just learned like more about myself and more about what I want my like audience to receive from me. So with who I am, I feel like with archives, I was a little bit more contained. Like, yeah, I was like a little bit vulnerable, but like it was more contained. Like it was like a okay, I'm gonna let y'all in, but I'm not. But with who I am, I'm like, you know what? This is who I am. I'm laying my guard down. Y'all gonna get the strong me. Y'all gonna get the unhealed me, and but ultimately y'all getting me.
Yeah,
And that's like the thing I want to put out there, like with everything that I drop. Like I just want to make sure I'm telling my story as best as I can because I never know who it could be of help to. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so like the goal is to just remain impactful through the stories for real.
Is there a particular song on this project that is the real you?
It's a song called "Darling." That's the outro. Man, oh
Come on.
man, and Heartbreak was something serious.
Come on.
And it was like just a testament to where like I am today and where I'm going, because like during that time, like it was like the highlight of my career because I was on tour with like A Boogie. So I'm like doing these arenas I've never done, and I'm just on the high, you know. And
Yeah.
then had my heart broken in the midst of that, like literally like right in the middle of the tour. I got like 8 9 shows left. The girl done went, she went crazy, broke my heart, and I went and made that song like literally the next day. We got to LA. I'm like, take me to the studio, and I was able to do that, and deal with that type of pain in such a and what I felt was like such a turning point in my career. And I feel like that is what I want to bring to the table all the time. No matter what it is I'm dealing with, I want to be able to like thoroughly and emotionally execute when it comes to the music, so that I can show other people like, yo, that like you don't have to hide behind what you're dealing with. Embrace that shit. I'm sorry if I can't curse, like, but like, and that
Oh,
was
yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
embracing what I
You
was
can.
dealing with, because I could have held it behind my head and said I'll deal with it when I get off tour, but no, nah, why for what, That's a part of who I am. That's a part of my journey, and I went in there. I finished that song in 10 minutes, and but like normally the songs like it's kind of like a song like Sober, like that was a song I finished so easily because that's like I felt it like in my chest, like,
Yeah.
and I had to let it out. So Darling is like definitely like you can hear it though. You can hear it
Yeah, yeah.
even
They
production
say the
wise.
best songs they say the best songs are written from pain. So,
You know what I mean? And
yeah,
we
yeah.
carry a lot of that. So my goal is to just make sure I'm releasing it and giving others the opportunity to release through the music as well.
So, and you're about to hit the road with the tour for the Who I Am tour.
Yes, sir.
Um, Talk about how exciting that is. I mean, going on tour is always a major accomplishment. But talk about some of the things that you're going to be doing with that,
It's my second headliner
and what to
tour.
expect.
Got you. To God be the glory for that. Expect a new sound, like sonically. I'm aiming for the stars. I collab with a band out in Orlando I met recently, and those guys are the real deal. So definitely expect like sonically for it to be crazy. Expect some special guests. I feel like that's my odd to everybody spending their money. You know what I'm saying? And
For
also
sure.
expect like to hear some new music too, and for me to like go down memory lane. I know like the tours for the project that just came out, but I'm not gonna leave behind the things that brought me to where I am. So definitely
Right.
expect that, and expect to have a great time, great time, man. I'm looking forward to like giving experience every night. I don't want it to just be a show. I want people to walk out of there and feel like they can't stop listening to my music because of the way they heard it that night.
Yeah, yeah. What cities?
We got Chicago, Toronto, New York City, Atlanta. We got Dallas, Houston, LA, San Francisco. We have I'm missing two. Oh, DC and Philly.
Come on.
Yep.
You hitting all the
Yep.
high spots now. That's dope. That's
Yes,
dope.
sir.
We
Yes,
we got to
sir.
get you. We got to get you down in New Orleans.
Please. I hear so many great things about New Orleans and never been.
Yeah, we need to get you down.
I gotta
It's
learn
a
how to
dope
eat the
vibe.
what is it? What's the what's it, crawfish? That I gotta learn. I've never
Crawfish.
had that before. I ain't never had that before.
Yeah, crawfish. The season is over right now, but crawfish is like one of the best things to have. Of course, beignets. Of course, you got to
Yeah, I
come
gotta
down and
try
maybe
all
get
of
some.
that. I gotta do all of
Yeah,
that.
come get some jambalaya, come get some crawfish etouffee. Now you
Yeah.
can get that crawfish etouffee popping right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Um, we're gonna see what we can do to make that happen.
Yes, sir.
Um, so as you look forward to your future, what is it that you like in the next so many? I don't even want to use 5 years because I feel like you're on a rocket ship. So like in the next year or two, like where do you see yourself in this game?
I definitely see myself as one of the many great representations of what R&B is, and what's to come from R&B. And I just look to be in a position where I can just give. You know what I'm saying? I just want to give, man. I just want to give, like through music, through art. Definitely you'll see me in the fashion space a lot more, because I feel like I also have something to give when it comes to that as well. So about a
Yeah,
year from now, man, I'm gonna be inviting you to my first sold out arena show.
come on.
You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
that. I love
Full
that. I'm in
access, full
in
access.
full support of that. Yeah, and
And
speaking of your fashion, you got some drip.
Thank you, man. Whoo,
You got some,
he
and
said I
you
got
it's
that drip.
you got some drip. And now, what I like, I'm a fashionable guy. I like fashion. I wouldn't say I'm the savant, but I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Especially
Amen.
when I see someone putting that shit on. You know what I mean?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So, and you've been called like the future of black music, right? So, when you hear that, that's a powerful adornment. Like when you hear that, how does that make you
Yeah.
feel?
Made me feel like, man, I got a lot of ground to cover and I got a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, it's one thing to like for people to say it, but then it's another thing for me to actually display it. And I feel like, I got a lot of work to do internally in order to be
Yeah,
able to display like the best of the best and to be my best. But we
yeah.
there though. We working every single day, I'm finding something else to work at. So
And
we
if
there.
if you can if you can leave a lasting message to, I guess through your art, like what is that message?
The message would be, um, it might sound cliche, but truthfully, me not giving up on myself is why I'm here right now. We're all faced. Everybody goes through something.
Yeah,
Sometimes we all go through something similar, whether it's loss of a person, job, love, anything like that. And it's like you can't let that define you. That's not who you are. That's not your lasting moment. That doesn't what you feel today doesn't mean that your tomorrow is gonna be the same way. And that's the approach I take on life, man. Anything that's thrown my way, I take it for what it is. I look for the lesson in it, and I take it, and I allow it to become a blessing. You know,
yeah, yeah.
for
Do you
sure.
get do you have a lot of family support?
Oh yeah, my mom, my siblings, they hold it down. My cousins, yeah, man. I love my family, man. They're definitely a very strong part of why I do this.
Yeah, that's always important. I like to ask that question because a lot of artists, some have that support and others don't, and it's
Yeah,
kind of like one of those things when you're trying to pursue something like this, specifically in this time. Everyone's an artist. Everyone's putting out music. You have
yeah.
400,000 songs dropping. I don't know
Every
if it's a
like, yo,
day.
it's crazy.
It's
It's
yeah,
crazy.
like and what's even crazier, I heard a stat not long ago that back in like the late '80s or the '90s, it was like 1,100 songs came out in a whole year, and now it's
What a time.
400,000. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
so it's one of those things, and to be able to like needle your way through the haystack essentially, or needle your way through
Y'all,
and
it's been a
actually be
blessing.
heard. That's actually that's amazing accomplishment. So
It's a
keep
blessing, man.
going. You
Thank
got
you.
our support. We definitely
Thank
on
you.
your team. I love what you're doing, and I want to continue. We're definitely going to continue supporting you. We're looking forward to
Thank you.
hearing everything that you have in store for us.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Truthfully.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, as always, this is a continued conversation. You know what it is. Your boy Ian Vaughn, and we have the artist in the building. Bless.